right. Wonderful people. Good night, good evening, good morning, whatever time zone you're in. You're tuning into the Chit Chat You Show podcast with your co-host Uno and the lovely.
Aisha, also known as Jade. Greetings, everyone. We welcome you, like Uno said, to another podcast show of Chit Chat Chew, where it is every Monday from typically 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, sometimes things start a little behind for whatever the reasons are, but nevertheless, we are here. We're going to give you another great show. So we hope that you are going to tune in live. As you know, we love dialogue and feedback, right, wrong, and indifferent. We just like to hear you guys' opinions. So I'm going to let Uno tell you about what the show is going to be about, and then I guess we could just dive right into it.
Well, all right. So tonight's show, we are highlighting positive Black role models who are impacting and influencing the community. So the three people we picked, I'm mad my phone is actually going off at this time. It's the wrong time for my phone to be going off.
Wrong time. Don't you just love technology, guys? Whole damn day, don't get a phone call or it's very limited. Now all of a sudden, like,
It sleep sound like a fart in a way. But
don't do it. I dropped my phone 3 times this morning.
She messed up her charger, y'all. Can you believe
that? Messed up my charger, my cord. I can't even charge my phone. But thank goodness I bought another one.
She got a spare.
It's a spare. It's so cute. It lights up.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm. So yes.
Yeah. So the three people we are highlighting tonight: Kiki Ayers. I hope I said her last name right. Kiki Ayers, Zora Ball. Well, 4 people actually. So Kiki Ayers, Zora Ball, Freddie Giggers, and Jahmal Cole. Those are the 4 people we're highlighting tonight. Now, Kiki Ayers is a PR agent for celebrities, and she's also an entrepreneur. So she's in the entertainment realm. Zora Ball is a young female. She's a game developer. Yes, she's a very young girl, and yes, she developed a game. Yes, Freddie Figures, that's his name, not Giggers, but Freddie Figures, developed his own phone. So yes, he's into communications. And Jahmal Cole is a youth mentor. I got that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. So he's a youth mentor who mentors the youth and teaching them, of course, the typical things that we do know, guidance, life goals, guide them in the right direction, things of that nature. So that's what we're going to discuss tonight. We go in a different direction this time with our show and highlighted some great people, and we want to do something totally different this time. So.
Yes, because we know that we always bring you the issues that may make you feel uncomfortable, but they have to be discussed. We don't want to
put that off at
all. We want to have some kind of balance. So right. Yes, as we bring you that uncomfortable topics, we're bringing you positive topics as well, and we hope to incorporate that. And yes, we are highlighting positive Black role models. Not to say, because I know how some people may think that there's not positive role models in other races. We just chose tonight
to highlight our people,
to highlight our community, our Black and brown brothers and sisters.
Too many negative images as it is of our people out here, and even other races take part in putting out negative images of our people. Because they think we all like that, but that's not always the case. Because there's a lot of positive Black people doing great things for themselves and for others, and just for the community as a whole. So we have to really acknowledge that there's people that is impacting our communities in a positive way and trying to make change for us as a people.
Absolutely. And so I'm hoping that our next time that we have where we're going to be highlighting positive people. Well, first, before I say that, I'd like to say my condolences to Councilman Ivory Young Jr. From Atlanta. He was the councilman here.
I think
he just passed away Friday. It didn't hit the news. I knew about it from work, but it finally did hit the news that Councilman Ivory Young Jr. passed away. Please don't quote me. I don't quite remember. I'm not sure if he might have been suffering with a terminal illness like cancer, but I would like to speak on him on one of the shows. So my condolences to his loved ones and all that was impacted.
Wow.
Yes.
My condolences goes out to him and the family.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure that's a terrible loss for them. So
yes. He was a very well-known, influential person here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Also,
before you say that, do you have any articles on him at this present moment?
No, not at the present.
Because that would be nice to talk about him as well.
Right.
If we have some time.
Yes. I don't, but the next show, hopefully we can highlight him with another woman today. Her name is Susan Ross. Born, bred, and raised in Atlanta.
Hey.
She just had a proclamation given to her from Atlanta, at City Hall this afternoon. It had happened, a proclamation for her, and they had a big retirement celebration for her at my job. She was very well known she had taken pictures not only with the current mayor, but with Obama and with what was the mayor that passed away that was everyone's favorite here in Atlanta? Mayor
Andrew Young.
Well, she took a picture with him, not Andrew Young, the other gentleman. Maynard Jackson.
Maynard Jackson. Yeah.
She was a great photographer. We've seen a lot of her work at the Auburn Library. She was just very resourceful. She was a cancer survivor. And so there's so much more to her that people probably don't know. But she actually has a Facebook page. Her name is Susan Sue Ross. So I would like to bring those two people on the next time we're speaking about highlighting positive people of color or Black role models in our community. So congratulations, Susan. I had a name tag and everything. Congratulations to you. Well deserved. Well deserved. So we're going to jump in. The first person that we're going to talk about, his name is Jahmal Cole. Again, he is the 2018, let me take it off, 2018 Chicagoan of the Year. So I'm going to read it off. Forgive me. Okay. So in this article, once you read it, it's Cole is with students from the Excel Academy of Roseland on the South Side. He is the youth mentor, Jahmal Cole. The idea behind My Block, My Hood, My City, Jahmal Cole's fast-growing civic education nonprofit is almost ridiculously simple. Take teenagers from under-sourced Chicago schools on monthly field trips to explore the city, based on empirical evidence that education-based travel can spark students' curiosity, ambition, and later success. The treks are centered on activities that get kids out of their comfort zone, which is cooking, sailing, touring an art museum, and so on. 5 years in, with 8 schools enrolled in the program, Cole is now seeing some of its earliest participants off to college, literally. He drove 8 of them to campuses as far as South Carolina this fall to make sure they didn't miss the first day of class. He's also setting kids' sights on more distant horizons. The group is preparing for a trip to Ghana next summer. Cole, who worked as a software administrator before starting the organization and who endured bouts of homelessness growing up on the north side, hatched the notion of urban field trips while he was volunteering as a mentor at the Cook County Juvenile Temporary Detention Center, talking to young inmates serving sentences for serious crimes. He realized that many of them had rarely, if ever, traveled outside of their neighborhoods before being arrested. My block, my hood, my city is now branching out to civic missions behind the school system. In February, a single tweet from Cole brought out 120 people to shovel snow for the elderly in Chatham. More recently, he was rallied volunteers to clean up neighborhoods. He says his overall goal is to erase Chicago's invisible boundaries. He says, I want to see more interconnected city. Cole brings a relentless, childlike positivity, to his work. At a recent community cleanup event on the South Side, he earnestly recited a pledge from his preschool graduation about helping one's neighbor. Then he made a crack about the free-for-all mayoral race. We don't need a new mayor to clean up an alleyway or mow a lawn. The crowd's reaction suggested that they were more than happy with the prospect of a new mayor. And who knows, some years from now, they may realize they'd been looking at one. So that's the small article on Jahmal Cole.
That's what's up.
I mean, I commend him for
trying to do something.
He's one person doing a lot. He probably does have a team working with him, but just knowing that this is what these kids need, somebody who's coming with experience, not somebody who just kicks out a lot of words, but you're not from the hood, his city, you know what I'm saying? And a person can respect you more because he's had an experience with being homeless before, and he's been in his, he grew up in his hood, his city, his block, so he know what it's like. So when he's speaking to these kids, he can relate to them and they can respect him more and they'll listen to him more. They'll be more open to want to do something because he's talking exactly on their level, and not only talking on his level, but he's actually doing something. He's taken 5 kids literally to college so that they wouldn't be late their first day. And he's doing so much more, right? So he's taking his real life experiences plus his education, and he's combining that, being a real thorough, genuine person to these kids. That's as an outlet, a mentor. So yes, high five to him for real, because
I ain't got no cap on, but if I did, I would say hats off to him, man. I respect it.
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
These kids of today and the future to come need this.
Yeah. Bad.
And also commended him that he's either worked or voluntarily went into the prison system.
Excuse me, guys. I gotta get a pillow because this chair is.
And help them as well. Whatever you decide, like if you ever decided or you are already doing like a nonprofit, like come from the heart and do it. Okay, don't always think dollars and cents. Think about what these kids need. Instead of saying that they're stupid or slow all the time, saying a lot of negative things about them, or, you're in it because you want to sound good or look good, take the cute little pictures and all that. Get to know these kids. There are a lot of talented, not only talented, but intelligent kids. You need to know what they need and they can tell you. And it's not always wrong. Just listen. Even if it may be a little uncomfortable, just listen to them. They're telling you what the need is in general and what they need. So learn to listen instead of always thinking that you understand all the time when you really might understand. You understand, if that makes any sense. You might not know. I think it's really valuable for us to listen to the kids of today.
I agree.
Because they're today. Yes, we hope for the future. I mean, that's how I feel. But I mean, just to say, yes, they're the kids of today going into our future. So learn to listen to them and be genuine.
Yeah, because they have a side to tell too.
Absolutely.
Not just the older generation.
Absolutely.
It's not about you. It's about an entire race.
And we all know, like, Chicago is one of those cities that there is always something negative going on in that city. Always. A lot of deaths, just a lot of everything, right? So it's nice when a light is shined that he's one of those individuals, one of those, I guess, millennials, that they're giving back and they can understand what's going on and they're trying to make a difference. So I commend you, Jahmal Cole.
Yeah, gotta give respect to him, man. That's what I like to hear. Not hindering the community, not destroying it, but helping it.
Absolutely.
And moving it forward in the most positive way.
And like you said, and older people, learn to listen. Don't have that mindset all the time. I got mine, so you got to get yours. Okay, you got yours. Good for you. But learn to listen, because there is a generation coming after you. You need to listen. Learn to listen sometimes. A lot of them don't want to listen. They don't want to listen.
Like what they say goes, and that's it.
Shame that they have that mindset. Ooh, that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And yes, I'll be the first to say I'm in that time frame. There, of course, those way beyond me, but yeah, like a lot of millennials and or the younger generation, they've always been drawn to me, and that's not no let me get a pat on the back thing. That's not even what I'm about, but I listen, and sometimes that's what they need. They need for you to listen and feel where they're coming from. You'd be amazed what a lot of these kids have to say. And I feel like you also, need to listen to the ones that's a little indifferent too. I'm not saying they're always right, but you need to listen to them too. Because once we transition on, you just never know. There's a lot of people in Chicago, a lot of people everywhere, but speaking of Chicago, based just because I spoke about Chicago, there's a lot of youth that's dying.
At a rapid rate.
Rapid rate.
Man.
They have no parents. They have no guidance, no adult figure, no guidance, no direction, and they just out here wilding out.
No spiritual foundation.
Yes, nothing.
No knowledge of self.
Right. We all know most of the school districts in the hood. Let's be honest. They're not giving us. They can't teach us
the proper education. No, not at all. You're right.
So.
But it can change though.
It can.
You can't know. Like, and I say that. Me and Jade always had these conversations, but I feel like a lot of times as people, we can't always blame everybody.
You gotta start at home.
Yeah, gotta start at home. We have to point that finger back, because like you say, Jay, when you always point the finger at somebody else, that finger's pointing right back.
You see it? It's pointing back at me.
Right.
So we got to check ourselves.
That's true.
It got to start with us. Even if it starts small,
at
least it's starting. And then it can just build. We need to have that community, that village. Like we say, it takes a community or it takes a village. That
to raise a nation, yeah.
Right. It's lost, and we need to bring that back 3 times fold quickly. We need to stop being so mad with each other or thinking that I'm gonna get something and you're not gonna benefit. We all can benefit off of it. So, yeah.
I agree. That's true. There's a lot of things we need to work on as people. It's a lot of areas we have to address. Absolutely. So I agree with you on that. Well, do you have anything else?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go to another one, a positive story I think is really cool. The young black sister named Zora Ball. She's the youngest person to develop a mobile game app. Okay, so she's 7 years old, and she's putting together games already at that age. And I'm sure people didn't believe she can do this, or don't believe she can do it until she had to prove to them she can do it. But yeah, let's read this story because I find this really dope and interesting all at the same time. At 7 years old, Zora Ball has become the youngest person to create a mobile video game. The app was unveiled at the Fate Bootstrap Expo held at the University of Pennsylvania last month. Ball developed the game using programming language Bootstrap, which is usually taught to students between the ages of 12 and 16 to help them learn concepts of algebra via video game development. According to the Mashable, Ball also successfully reconfigured the app when asked to do so at the expo, silencing anyone who may have thought that her older brother, a STEM Scholar of the Year, helped her program the game. Staff at Harambee Institute of Science and Technology, where Ball attends first grade in an after-school program, anticipate she'll do great things, the Philadelphia Tribune reported. I am proud of all my students. Tariq Al-Nasser, who heads the STEM-nasium Learning Academy, told the Tribune's Damon Williams their dedication to this program is phenomenal and they come to class every Saturday, including holiday breaks. Last year, the Huffington Post wrote about Kelvin Doe, a 13-year-old from Sierra Leone who created batteries. Sierra Leone. The boy is from Sierra Leone. He's Kevin Doe. He created batteries and generators using materials he picked up around the house. 3 years later, he became the youngest person to be invited to MIT's Visiting Practitioners program. So yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it was published in 2013, but she was 7 then, so of course she's several years older now. But it's still a positive story. I mean, going in the right direction. I mean, I feel our people are not just basketball players and football players and baseball players and rappers and singers. It don't always have to be sports and entertainment, like, because there's a lot of talent in other areas too. And there's a lot of people who has talent in other fields. They have gifts as well. There's our black people have gifts, but we shouldn't always have to make it, just through sports and entertainment. How about, doctors, lawyers, and scientists, and with this game developers and electricians and developing a new cell phone, whatever the case is. Like, there's other areas we can tap into besides sports and entertainment, because let's keep it real, because I mean, the only thing that the world looks at us as is play. So, buck dancing and play. That's it. But we're more than just that. We are the greatest, most phenomenal, gifted, talented people on the planet. And we have to always realize that, and also finding those platforms and outlets to practice those talents and gifts that we either born with or acquired along the line. So yeah, it's good to highlight other this good to highlight things besides a person who's talented in basketball or football or rap and singing. Like we're more than just that. Cause we need other people. We need, like, as a community, we need more than just that. If you think about it, like you said, it takes a village to, to raise a child. And I mean, of course, to raise a nation, you have to have a family union anyway. So just imagine if we had different people that's talented in different areas. Just imagine a carpenter, a scientist, an architect, a doctor, a video game developer, a person who's good in writing, a person who's good in speaking. Like, just think of all the things we can do with all this to actually create something unstoppable and build ourselves as a people. Even people who has talent in finance. See, we need all of this. All of it can play an important part in building ourselves as a race. All of it. So, yeah, that's definitely dope what Zora Ball done. And yeah, my hats off to her too. I wish I had my cap, because I want to do the hats off thing. But yes, definitely I respect that. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That is awesome, man. She's from the Pennsylvania area.
She's from your side.
She's from the Philly area. Got to give her props, as well as, again, Jahmal Cole from.
I saw you kind of get a little excited when you said Philadelphia.
Yeah, I get excited because you know what? Again, it just goes right back. Our millennials, our youth, our millennials that's out here, that's doing something. So I say, you know what? There's no excuse for us older individuals or middle age to older individuals, because there's the baby boomers. There's no excuse for, if there's something that we want to do, then we can do it. And let's not say, oh, because they're younger. Okay, they're younger, but that's not that it doesn't have to stop you.
True.
There's plenty of individuals that are older, that are baby boomers, that are later in age, that didn't start probably when they wanted to for whatever their reasons are. But guess what? The fact is that they started, right? That's where it needs to start. You need to start and just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. Just do it. You don't always have to come out of your pocket and spend a whole lot of money to do what you need to do what you need to do. You can start small. That's why it's suggested or recommended. Start small, and then from there you build yourself up. You can be whoever you want to be. I always say on my other podcast, be the best you, the best self that you can be. Create your happiness. Create your vision. It can happen, right?
Yeah, I believe
there's a lot of things I want.
But it can happen though.
I started later, right? And having a grassroots when I was in Philly. I had a wonderful nonprofit organization at that time be a sponsor for my business. I wound up having an office space. Whatever I needed, they were there for me. I will forever be humble and appreciative of that, okay? And I take that with me, even though I'm in Atlanta now. I don't have a sponsor as of yet. There are things that I still want to do. I'm one of those people I didn't get a chance to when I was younger. Was too busy being shy, scared, clueless. It's all good. We can either choose collectively or individually to blame everyone else, or we can get off our butts and we can do what we want to do collectively or individually. You have to make that decision. But when you're not getting to where you want to get to and you see other people and you in your feelings, that's not their fault. That's yours.
That's true.
Because you didn't get up and do something. Anything that's worth it, whether it's working for corporate America or being a business owner or what have you, is going to take work. Everything is not free. Damn sure nothing gonna be handed to you like that.
No.
Unless you got some wealthy people that's just about breaking you off. And everybody, let's look at the reality. Everybody don't have nobody in their family like that that's willing to break them off. So bring it back down to reality and be like, listen, write down your plan, write it down. whatever you want to do, and then take those next steps. There's plenty of resources and tools out here for you to get to where you need to start.
That's true.
We're doing it. We took a 3-day boot camp, a 3-day business boot camp. We're gonna be graduating soon. We finished the boot camp. Mm-hmm. It was so useful, wasn't it? Yeah. Very informative, very useful. Things that we had to wake up and say to each other, like, shh.
We gotta get on our game.
We gotta get on our game, and we gotta do it.
Not to say we wasn't, but we really need to be on it. Though.
You can never stop learning in life. Whether it's your personal life or it's a business life or it's you working for a business, you can never, there's always things that you can learn to better yourself. So don't be mad at the next man or woman when they get into where they need to get to and you still stuck on stupid. Because that's where I feel you stuck on stupid. You just complain. It's not going to be handed to you. You got to work for it. Yeah. So Zora Ball.
Yes.
My hat go off to you, sweetie. Much success. Continue doing what you're doing too. Absolutely. It's good to hear positive feedback because we need that. Break that stuff that's going on in life. We're not pushing it off. We're just putting it on the side a little bit. And we're sorry. We have to decline. Nope, not today. I'm sorry. Sorry, son. Whatever goal you're looking to reach, please just go out and please just do it. Will you be scared? Of course, some of us, we get scared, we get nervous, there's fears, there's doubts, there's all that negative stuff. But let's start trying to challenge our mindsets to change it into a more positive. Because we all know in life, there's good and there's bad. There's going to be challenges and there's going to be rewards. So tap yourself on the back every time a reward comes. And then when a challenge comes,
it's small or big.
Right. Yeah. And when challenges come, go to your spiritual source if you have it, or go to whatever you need to go to change that, so you don't have to constantly be like, oh, it's never gonna happen, because we do get doubtful, don't we? Yeah, we get doubtful. Been there. We all been there. So gotta find an avenue. Use those plugs.
Absolutely. So you want to go ahead and read Kiki Ayers?
Sure.
You don't mind?
So no, I don't mind.
Yeah, that first one's cool. But I think it's two different kind of references of. Oh, I think that's why. Okay, it's the second one.
Okay,
it's the second file. I don't know why that one's not pulling up. I don't know. Retarded.
Of course. So the next young lady that we would like to speak about, her name is Kiki Ayers. Her source. Kiki Ayers reveals how mixed blessings shaped her career in PR.
You will love this story. I read it.
So it says, if you're dope, we'll find you, is the mantra Kiki Ayers' public relations agency, Ayers Publicity, abides by. It's a follow-up tagline, shine brighter. It's a testament to her work and ironically alludes to her own journey in the business. Initially, it's easy to be drawn into Ayers' aura, even over the phone. She possesses a friendly tone and infectious laugh, making her a breeze to talk to. However, what keeps you engaged and sets her apart is her unique way of sharing her testimony of strong will and her rapid fire delivery when sharing her broad knowledge of the PR landscape. Ayers, a first-generation college student, proves that through hard work, avid research, and by putting your clients first, the journey to success, while unpredictable, is in fact inevitable. So the question is, how did your upbringing shape who you are in your career? Everything about it. My family and I are all very close and very supportive of each other. We never had time to dwell on negative things. We focused on putting ourselves in a better situation. I didn't have everything I wanted growing up, but I never got sad or cried over things I didn't have because my mindset was, okay, how can I work hard to get out of this? What can I do to get to the next step? What's the best plan of action with what we have? My whole life is based off of that notion. Taking what you have and making the most out of it. Taking a bad situation and turning that into positive energy. Then in turn, taking that energy and turning it into motivation. Girl, yes.
It gets better.
I also have a very, very strong Trinidadian mother who didn't baby us. She believed we were capable of certain responsibilities at a young age. I feel like I am the same person then as I am now in regards to how I go about life. The only difference is, as I get older, I'm faced with different tests. With the mindset I had growing up, I understood early on that if there is anything that I want to do, I can do it. For example, when I got to Howard, I didn't know anything about public relations, marketing, or branding. I used Google for a lot of things I didn't know. She says, I love Google and I feel like everything is on it, so I use that as my mentor. So speaking of research today, the role of the PR agencies / publicists are becoming common knowledge. However, many people still don't quite understand what it means to be a fully functioning PR agency / publicist. What are some misconceptions about the job? Her response is, I think people mix up PR and management. People ask me about brand partnerships and getting close to record labels. I tell them that those are the roles of a manager. Managers get 20% of the major deals they close, but PR has a set rate. I also think people are sometimes unrealistic in their goals at first. There are levels to everything, and you can't skip the work. People will propose a dollar amount to get published in big publications, but I don't believe that's real journalism. Everything has to make sense. You can't take someone who is set up to put out their first EP and try to get them published in Forbes. Everything has to make sense at the end of the day.
She got a point.
The next question to Kiki is, that's a great point. For budding models, musicians, actors, or social influencers who don't have a budget for PR, what are some practices that can be implemented for their brand? Her response is, managing social media is huge. A lot of people like to post everything on Instagram, but that's what you have your Insta story and Snapchat for. You really have to start training yourself as a brand. The only thing I really post on social media is my PR work or my entertainment reporting. Every now and then, I'll also post a professional picture. It's all about the look of things. You don't want people to come to your page, especially as an artist, and not know that you're an artist because you have pictures of the shrimp you had last night. You have to really be focused when posting. You should know what someone does as soon as you go to their page. Also, people like to follow millions of people. You don't have to follow 20 people to appear a certain way either. But if you're following thousands of people, but don't have thousands following you, it's obvious you're following people to get your numbers up. Also, never stop working for yourself. People think because they have a manager or a publicist, they don't have to do anything. However, PR is not working unless you work. If you have nothing to promote, I can't do PR for you. If you're not doing anything, there is nothing newsworthy about your brand. Just going to skip down a little. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh,
okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
My fault.
Oh, yeah, because you probably thought it was long.
Okay. Don't get too comfortable with fame and attention. So many people fall off that way because they don't realize there are so many things involved in business. You have to be involved with everything that's going on. Also, you shouldn't ask for PR or management if you haven't worked yourself up to the point where people are interested in representing you. When you have people coming at you, then you should consider PR. Publicity is the key for entertainers. A good example of this is the press the Kardashians get for their every move. I have to give props where they are due. They have their PR on lock, and the media is on their side. There are so many times where I don't want to see them, but I don't have a choice. There are so many dope people that are working on great things, but people don't support it because they don't have press. The next question to Kiki is, those 2 points are gems that a lot of budding talent can learn from. You have a lot of wisdom, which prompts me to my final question. If you could use 2 words to define your career up to this point, what would they be and why? Her answer to this is mixed blessings. I say that because there are a lot of things that I went through from working in corporate, the situations I was put through while they're being sexually harassed by the CEO, and overcoming that. I learned from those situations and became better. I learned my worth through knowledge. I was working red carpets for publications that would pay me $75. After working for myself, learning and growing, I became an independent contractor and began selling content and providing access to people, and made thousands of dollars to report using the skills that I have. My journey has taken me from living in a rooftop loft overlooking other rooftops to living in a hotel bathroom lobby. What pulled me through is asking myself, what skills can I use to get where I want to be? Had it not been for my low, I would not be a successful entrepreneur, and I wouldn't have the clients that I have now or the recognition that I'm getting had it not been for learning from those experiences. Okay, she's based in LA.
I want you to read this one too.
She can be found on Instagram, and she has a website, which is Ayers, Ayers, publicity, publicity.com. I'm telling you, I'm about to have these people as a guest on my personal podcast, Aisha Speaks Jade, because this is so awesome. This is awesome. Like, it doesn't matter the age. It just inspires me. Seriously.
See, this is what I was trying to pull up. That didn't pull up. This is the one I wanted you to read.
My.
Yeah, it's a short article though. So. But that's dope though.
That is so dope. Like, this young lady also went through the whole.
You can read.
Went through the whole thing too. Like, Are y'all serious? There is.
She went through a definitely a low, for real.
It
came out of her low.
Boy, if y'all don't stop, she better go ahead.
She's deserving of everything that's coming to us too. My hat's off to her. I wish I had a cap again.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Okay, so the first one that I was supposed to read that I couldn't find, I'm going to read that to you guys about the same young lady, Kiki Ayers. This is coming from Forbes. And it reads, for a few months early in 2016, Kiki Ayers had nowhere to live.
Keep in mind, she was homeless, okay?
The first generation college graduate decided to take charge of her destiny, launching her own PR business from the bathroom of a hotel lobby where she was sleeping at the time. 6 months later, and without a support team, she had built Ayers Publicity into a six-figure company, 2 years later, Ayers has done events for Russell Simmons, Sean Diddy Combs, and Jamie Foxx, while her client list includes Haha Davis and Robert Raleigh. Ayers herself has appeared on the cover of the Connect magazine and been featured in Black Enterprise, The Source, Life of Currency, and the Huffington Post. She says, I am defined by my purpose, and I might be repeating it, but it is all good repeating it. This is positive. I'm defined by my life purpose. Ayers says, I genuinely love to help people. With PR, I can help the most overlooked, talented, and hardworking people get the recognition that they deserve. So many women in all industries don't get the credit they should. And so many people of color, you hear that? So many people of color don't get their stories told in prestigious publications. I take pride in changing that.
That's what's up.
At the age of 16, Ayers was homeless, living in a family car with her mother, brother, and sister. Yet, in spite of her difficult circumstances, she enrolled in a college as a first-generation student and later transferred to Howard University. While there, she was inspired by many amazing guest speakers, above all the entrepreneurs. But at the time, Ayers only wanted to work in the entertainment industry on the production side of things. Once Ayers graduated, she took jobs at BET, MTV, BBC, and with Sean Diddy Combs. But she felt uninspired. Each job was the same. My imagination wasn't matching the reality, so I lacked inner peace, Ayers said. Working for someone else wasn't for me because though I had a nice income, I didn't have freedom. If your work is your life and you hate your work, then you essentially hate your life. And let me say that again. If your work is your life and you hate your work, then you essentially hate your life.
That's true.
Oh, that's deep, honey. Yes. She left her job and became homeless, going from an apartment in a high-rise loft to sleeping in hostels and on friends' couches. One night when she had no money and nowhere to stay, Ayers ended up in a hotel lobby. But instead of checking in, she walked into the bathroom and spent the night on the floor. I kept thinking to myself, how did I get here? Then I asked myself, what can I do to make money while still doing what I love, she says. That's when I got the idea and, more importantly, the motivation to start Ayers Publicity. You'd be surprised at what you can accomplish even when you have nothing to begin with. I just said that to you people.
You sure
Stop
did.
playing with me. Ayers spent the next year working her entertainment industry contacts to find her own company, while also vigorously consuming small business articles and attending money advisory workshops. It was very hard. Everyone doubted me. I had no support, money, or place to live. Yet, even in that situation, I was happier taking a risk than working in a corporate environment with a steady income. Her hard work and risk-taking paid off. Ayers currently is on track to make her first million by 2021.
All right.
Ugh.
Awesome.
My career has value and meaning to me because of my past, Ayers said. I grew up very poor, a Black girl from a small town who loved nothing more than writing and telling stories. I put myself through college and searched for a deeper meaning in life. I never in a million years thought I would meet, interview, or work for my favorite celebrities. I absolutely never thought I would be an entrepreneur. Yet here I am. And every time my story is told, many young women and men tell me I'm an inspiration. I want to help people understand that all things are possible. You determine how your story will end. Hear that? You determine how your story will end.
Your fate.
Having the power to inspire others is, for me, true wealth. The greatest challenges Ayers face in her career are the direct result of being two things that I can't change, Black and a woman. I battle misconceptions every day. A lot of potential clients assume that I only have urban media connections or that my clients are only Black. Men try to talk me into working for free or lowering my rate. They treat me like a child or refer to me as baby or sweetheart. But I am far from naive or unintelligent. I insist upon them paying a 50% deposit before I begin working for them. And I demand that they address me by my name. Yes, honey. Love it. I prove that all of their assumptions are wrong. Trust me, I would love nothing more than to wake up and just be seen as a human first and a publicist second. Having my race and gender be seen first instead of my work presents many challenges. Young people can tap into their purpose, just like you older people can tap into your purpose, okay?
Tap into your purpose. Please.
Tap into your purpose.
No excuse.
Ayers says by asking themselves, what makes it feel great to be me? Millennials get so comfortable living through other people that they forget to live for themselves.
Say that one more time.
Yes, they do.
They need to hear it.
Millennials get so comfortable living through other people that they forget to live for themselves. And let me say that for older people. Oh, some older people tend to get comfortable living for other people instead of living for yourselves. We spend so much time watching celebrities and social media and trending shows that everything becomes about perception rather than purpose. Ask yourself, how are you going to inspire someone the way your favorite role model has inspired you? What are you doing to change the world? Also, in conclusion, Ayers advises, do it now. I hear so many people say, when the time is right. Ooh, I'll leave my job when the time is right. I'm guilty of saying it. I am guilty of saying it, and I will be woman enough to say it. Oh, I'm going to leave this time, that. No, a lot of us say it. If you don't want to say it, I say it. I know a lot of y'all say it because you've gotten comfortable, and I get it. I'm not knocking or blaming you or pointing fingers.
You regret that.
But then you start regretting it, right? You work all these years for a corporate America and really didn't get a damn thing out of it, honey.
Nothing.
So again, she hears so many people say, when the right time is right. I'll leave my job when the right time is right. I'll go back to school when the time is right. I'll move when the time is right.
Let's move now, Dan.
There's never going to be a perfect time to chase your dreams.
Stop making excuses.
Nothing's worth having is easy to get or keep. Stop making excuses.
She's right.
Every time you fail, you learn. And the victory is knowledge. Go for it. Absolutely. Girl, this thing is something serious.
So how you love the story?
I absolutely love. She spoke to me, and I mean.
That's why I wanted you to read it.
Oh.
I couldn't read that. I wanted you to read that.
This is so awesome. If you can't admit it to yourself, what make you think you're going to admit it to somebody else? I know a lot of y'all have done it. And again, I'm not picking on y'all or nothing, because I'll be the woman that I am to be like, I've been in that currently, like, yeah, this time, there's always when the time is right. When is the time going to be right? Seriously. When is the time going to be right? You're going to be hitting like 60, 70, 80 years old saying the same thing. When is the time going to be right?
The time
is now. It's now. Just
now.
Do it. Stop making excuses like Kiki Ayers said, and so many of them say, stop making excuses. While she was homeless, she went to the hotel and slept in the bathroom.
She wasn't worried about, oh my God, where I'm gonna live at. And she didn't think about all that. But a lot of people think about that. That's why they don't want to leave their job, because they want to think, oh, I'm gonna lose everything. But you're in a world where you're not gonna keep things forever. That's the whole thing.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna keep nothing forever.
This young lady came from pretty much a poor family, got herself through school, and I'm sure there's other success stories, but we're speaking of this one. Got herself through school, slept in a bathroom of a hotel, and that's where she said, I'm gonna start my business. And that's what she did.
But she went out there and got it, though.
She had
to be in the right place at the right time.
And she knew how to talk, and probably if she didn't know, she asked questions to get the answers that she needs. She researched
all kinds
of stuff. And she's not letting that world take advantage of her. Like, you're going to address her by her name. I know that's right, honey. You're going to address her. Respect.
You talk about respect.
I talk about respect a lot. You're going to address me by what my name is. You're not going to take it because I'm a woman. You think that I'm stupid or naive or not intelligent. No. So she's showing them that every day, that she's more than just a pretty face.
A woman.
A black woman at that.
You don't know.
Girl, I got to have her on my show. She got to be on my show. I am. That just reminds me. Yes, it hit home. I told you. Like, I'll be the first to say, yup, I'm guilty of that. Because that's fear for a lot of people.
Right, but just overall story, though.
Her overall story, like, it resonates for me.
That's why I wanted you to
It really does. Like, that really resonates for me. Just being homeless and what she's had to face from men and just people in general. And then she's been was it sexually molested? No. Harassed. Excuse me. I want to get the terminology right. Harassed within corporate America. And she's just had so many obstacles as a young lady.
Living in the car with her family.
And living in the car with her mother and her siblings. Are y'all kidding me?
Y'all tell me y'all can't do it? For real? Yeah. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I know people say, well, I ain't got, I'm talking about people with jobs. Well, I ain't got no other income, and, I'm not going to quit my job right now. But like you said, Jay, when is the time right then? If you're not happy, then when is the time? When is the time then?
When is the time?
I'm just saying.
We're going to keep saying when is the time. Next thing you know, unfortunately, we have transitioned on and you don't have anything.
That's true.
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. So what are you leaving for someone?
That's true.
Whoever that makes,
or
for yourself.
Do something you want to do. Stop doing everything everybody wants you to do. Some people don't want to take that risk and quit their job. And that's cool too. I mean, if that's how you feel. But at the same time, you can't complain if you're not trying to change anything. You can't have both. One or the other. I'm sorry, that's not how it goes. Either you're going to do something about it, or you just going to have to deal with it. Like you do every time because you hate your job. So keep on hating it. But are you going to do something about that and not hate yourself in your life?
Right. And if you don't, because everybody is not entrepreneur, everybody is not business owners or what have you, or nothing like that. Right. It's okay. So if you like the corporate America, but yet you're not happy with your position, then change that.
That's true.
Change it.
Can nobody else change it but you?
Change it. Right. Change it. Go look for another position. Apply to as many positions. As aggravating as it's going to be.
Do it.
Do it. If you want to become a business owner, work for yourself or whatever, do it. Whatever your goal is that you want to do it. Because clearly this young lady, as well as the other article, she did it. She did it.
She didn't make no excuses.
She didn't make no excuses.
You know, it was hard. I know it was.
I'm sure.
But she couldn't let it stop her. She couldn't let it stop her.
She had to change change whatever negative thoughts that she was thinking. She had to change those in a quick fashion. Like, okay, how can I make this better?
Right.
For me.
And it was a life crisis, really.
Right. Because you can either choose to sit in that negative, or you can change that and change it for yourself. Like Uno, stop living your life for someone else. We're not going to please everyone, family, friends, others, whomever. It's not. Yes, there's lots of people that be like, girl, what you doing your own business? That's not going to work, girl. You need to work for corporate America. No, if that's not what you want to do, then if that's not in your heart, if that's not your passion, if it's not your passion sits in the gut of your stomach. It's like a feeling that you can't explain or get rid of.
And you think about it constantly, all the time.
All the time. You eat, sleep, crap, pee, like all that. Like you need to go for it. I'm so serious. I appreciate her.
That's why I'm gonna go back to, and I'm gonna put this out there because I want people to know too, because I know I've disappeared. That's why I'm gonna get back into this whole sound design and music. I'm just gonna get back to everything. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna announce anything, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna do it. And then when I hit y'all, just be prepared. But I need to chase what I always wanted to do. So I'm gonna go for it.
Absolutely.
I gotta get back in the game and get my feet wet again anyway. So yeah.
And I definitely support you, and that's individual. And see, that's who we are. We have a business collectively, but we also support each other individually. Absolutely. Because Uno has what she wants to do individually, and I have what I want to do individually. I want to go out and speak about not only mental health, but just life. We as women, especially women of color, what we go through. Not to say that any other woman can't go through things, but specifically women of color, what we go through, and it's not a racist thing. I want to target our Black and brown community. I do, from those being incarcerated to those who have been exposed to being molested, being homeless, from being abused, financially, sexually, verbally, all of that, what we've been through, dark days, and how we can work to where we don't have to no longer live or suffer in silence in those days anymore, how we can be productive individuals today, presently, how we can work on overcoming those situations. And it's not easy for me. I told you guys, 2018 was my process of healing about a lot of different stuff. So I'm looking forward to 2019 being able to get out in person. I'm speaking it now, get out in person and speak more to people. It could be a church. I don't care. You want to, as long as you are open to hear what I have to say and have an open ear and an understanding, at least, I want to be there to talk about that.
Absolutely.
All avenues, as I know Uno will support me, and I definitely
would love to
will support. Well, you heard me speak that one time until somebody wanted to be raggedy and interrupt who should not have even been there. But
I was enjoying your, telling your story,
And I come as I am. I go with the flow. I've spoke at Mercy University before. I just recently, not too long ago, spoke at a faith-based lunch and learn. And
how did that go, by the way?
So quickly, that really went well. Like, they were very receptive and open, because I told them, like, in the church, having mental health and have gone through just life situations, trauma, unfortunately, there's a lot of churches that are not open or don't know how to deal with that. And that with that, there should be more conversations with that in church or synagogues or temples or masjids or any faith-based or spiritual setting. It should be more conversations and resources and outlets on how to deal with that. And also, when I lived in San Francisco at the SGI Buddhist Center that I went to religiously, I have to say that they had support groups for individuals that were in recovery, however that looked like drug, alcohol, sexual addiction, like however that looked like, and how you can incorporate spirituality into that to be a better you, as well as they had a group for people who live with mental health. And that was so helpful. And I think these places, I think we need to be interconnected regardless of what your spirituality look like. Let's stop trying to recruit Jesus or Buddha or Allah or Jehovah into this. Let's recruit. Let's speak about how we can have services and resources set up for people that need them.
I agree. Yeah, it shouldn't be a recruitment line. It needs to be where, let people make the decisions on their own, let them find their own way. Now you can give them some encouragement, probably some tips, tell a story, whatever, however you do it. That would be the better way, but not forcing people.
Right, because a lot of times that's just going to scare people away, because that's not what they're looking for at that point in time. A person coming in that just been raped, he or she is not going to be looking for you to say, oh, I need you to go to Bible study. And I'm not knocking Bible study, but that person is going to need help. Where can I go? Or whatever their need is, they're going to be looking for that if they're coming to you. So I just think that that's definitely one of the right. It's a time and place. So I think that definitely that needs to start there. Definitely going out into the juvenile system, into these prisons. I mean, I used to do it when I was at church a long time ago, when I was old enough, when we used to go out and sing and speak and mentor to the individuals in Jersey that were incarcerated. And it didn't scare me. I actually appreciated that. I really did. I actually appreciated that. And we need that. Let's not look at the gender and all. Like, listen, as long as nobody is coming in being disrespectful, let's sit down and talk about the situation at hand. That's how I feel about it.
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah. I appreciate you, Kiki Ayers. I plan on having all these guys on my show. I don't know when, but I'm gonna put it out into the universe. I'm gonna have y'all guys on my platform, my Aisha Speaks Jade podcast.
Even the personal things that we're chasing, we need to just be doing it. Just do it and always putting that positive energy out there about what we're doing individually. It just manifests it. And we be living our dreams of what we want to do eventually. Like Kiki Ayers is.
Right. Even if you don't have a personal support per se,
that's okay.
They have resources out here that mentor people like SCORE and SBA, Small Business Administrations, and they have these meetups and events. I mean, that I'm sure that could shine a light on something. You know what I'm saying?
That's a resource that can help.
That's a resource that can help. You never know if you have to step out. Always put your faith into action. Step out on what your belief is and go out here. You never know. You
gotta believe.
You never know. You can find somebody within that network and they can be a mentor for you.
Absolutely. You gotta believe in yourself.
Gotta believe it.
Do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Yeah, you know it. All right. So the last and final highlight of the night that's I think is so dope. This brother name is Freddie Figures. He's a CEO and founder of Figures Communications. So this is the first and only Black-owned telecommunications firm. Okay, so he's competing with the major cell phone carriers. You have AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. So yeah. So I'm going to read this. This is coming from blackbusiness.org. Freddie Figures is an inventor, computer programmer, software engineer, and entrepreneur. He is the youngest person in history to hold the FCC license, which allows him to operate his own cell phone company. And they have an amazing video about him. So I advise my people to please check out this video. It's highlighted in this article, so click on it and check it out. I'm sure it's awesome. Founded in Quincy, Florida, his company, Figures Communications, has already developed its soon-to-be-released Figures F2 4G LTE smartphone, competing head-on with the new iPhone and other popular smartphones. This elegant device has a 5.7-inch 8x9 GDI full lamination screen that is thin, bright, and offers stunning visual effects. The Silky technology innovation brings super fast screen response speed and has zero nighttime glare with blue light filter technology that's easy on your eyes. It has dual camera technology with 13.0 megapixel capacity, 13.0 megapixel, so that users can get high quality photos, which that's great, having a 13.0 megapixel. It also has a 5.0 MP assistant camera that can create a sense of depth to your photos. That's dope. That's dope. Even more,
make me want to go get one.
Okay. I'm starting to second guess an iPhone right now.
Okay.
Oh no, now.
Oh no, Figures.
You got support. You got to support our people, though. Even more, the phone's long battery life comes from the power-saving combination of the Super AMOLED display or AMOLED display. The device comes with 5V2A quick charge technology, meaning that you can get 80% battery after just 12 minutes of charging. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
wait a minute, your face.
Man,
you get one of them slots.
I need to go get one of these phones.
I know that's right.
The hell with that iPhone.
Need to go get one of them phones, Freddie. Freddie Figures. Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up. Freddie's company does a lot more than just develop and sell smartphones. As a telecommunications company that's directly competing with other major networks, he also offers competitive plans. The most basic plan is for seniors. That's awesome.
There you go. That's a winner there too.
You gotta look out for your elders.
Gotta look out for the elders.
It only costs $15 a month. But the plan for unlimited talk, text, and 4G data is $60 a month. And that's not bad at all.
How much?
$60 a month.
Okay.
That's not bad at all.
Not at all.
Freddie's background. Freddie was abandoned at birth, but was adopted by a loving family when he was just 2 years old. At the age of 9, he received a broken computer that he was able to fix within a week. When his father developed dementia and would often wander off and get lost, Freddie designed a smart shoe for his dad with GPS tracking and a two-way communicator. Oh man, that's cool.
Awesome.
At the age of 12, he landed his first job as a computer technician working for the city of Quincy, Florida. At the age of 15, he started his own cloud computing services company. By the time Freddie had turned 24 years old, he had over 80 custom software programs designed, built, and executed. Even more, he has sold every one of them. I'm sure he did. Bright mind. He's a bright mind, man. Bright brother. All this led up to him eventually launching Figures Communications, the only Black-owned and minority-owned telecommunications firm in the United States that is competing with major networks like AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. His company owns 4 utility patents and 2 design patents in the industry. So if you want more details, you can go to www.figures.com. Learn more about Figures Communications, and for more details about or watch a 2-minute video about the story, please visit www.figuresinc.com. So FIGGERSINC.com. Man, yeah, this is incredible. Like, it made me want to get. I'm gonna say the hell with all this other. I'm gonna say all this white-owned cell phones. Nah, yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I wanna get this Figures F2 with 4G. And I mean, I said I gave up on smartphones, but I don't know. I might be second guessing it now that I found this out about this brother developing one of the most awesome phones ever. I mean, that's really dope. I don't know, Jay. I might have to give me a 4G LT smartphone from Figures.
I mean, for
F2,
real.
for real. I don't know. I have to think about this now.
I have to think about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he made me change my mind. He kind of made me change my mind about smartphones.
I might just have to take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I've taken a chance on Metro and Sprint and AT&T. Only one I don't think I have had is Boost. I had T-Mobile. So why not?
That's true.
Why not?
And it's supporting our own, and that's helping him grow.
Why not? Absolutely.
Instead of giving it to these white-owned companies, hey, yeah, you can take it how you want to take it, but it's the truth. Giving it to these white-owned companies, making them rich. I'd rather make this brother rich.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what all our people should be doing, helping our own. So we can build wealth. We need to be building our own wealth. Why we got to keep building wealth for everybody else? Let's be real about it. Why we got to keep building wealth for everybody else?
It would be nice that we support our own brothers and sisters. That would be really nice. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Well, I'd give it a try. Why not? What can it hurt? I don't know. I have to think about this. I'm going to think about this. Because I'm telling you, I don't give a damn about Android, smartphones, Android phones. I don't give a damn about none of it. That shit is trash. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all hyping those smartphones and Androids, whatever. I don't know what. Y'all hyping it like it's the best thing that ever has happened to phones in centuries. I have to disagree with you on that. Team iPhone this way, okay? Team iPhone, okay? Because I have an Android and I don't like it. It's trash. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's not all that great. But that's just my opinion. But I know a lot of people would throw shade at iPhones. It's okay. It's a competition thing. So when I get my new iPhone, I'm like, yeah, I finally got rid of this Android trash. It got the best. And put hashtag Team iPhone.
I think it's all trash. Personally, for me, I don't care if it's Team iPhone, Team Smartphone, or Team Android. They're all trash to me. But I know that we buy them because we want them and we need them. And so, they last a certain amount of time. And then it just gets you to spend more money because all of them, they start shutting down after a while, slowing down and all that. So it's like, okay, that you got to come out your pocket and get another phone. So I don't know for the company. Right. So I'm not sure about you guys for iPhone, but we can't trade in. You just got to come out of pocket and buy another whole new, the most updated from that one.
And the only way you're going to get some out of it unless you put in one of those machines that have the machines, you get money back.
The machines, you get money a little, phones. Right, the money phones, which you don't really get that much more. Like, you don't get a whole lot for that one, but you get a little something. But not that much.
If you're just trying to get rid of the phone, you put it in that machine, you put it in, get you some money for it, and go about your business. It's like trading off.
Right. Yeah. But I actually might support him. I'm going to have to reach out to him because I already am on the Android and all that. I'm already on that team, so I may actually just give him a shot and support him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna make me change my mind because I have an Android and I don't like it at all. I don't know why I even went to fucking Android, but I guess I wanted to be open-minded, try something different, see what the hell was about. Y'all be talking about Android like it's the best shit popping, and it's not. Because it's trash.
Y'all be talking about the iPhone, but
that's because I'm
you're used to iPhone,
and then I like the way it works. Even if it, to me, this is my experience, okay? Even when it's slowed down, it didn't act up as much as it did when, having this Android. This Android is always acting up on me. Now I've had iPhones that's acted up, and let's not flex like it don't act up when it's an older version, because it does. But I'm saying the consistency of it. There's always something wrong with my Android.
I hear you.
And the iPhone, okay, I had my little problem, but it wasn't a major deal. Since I could weigh it out sometime, even if it's slowed down or I had to get a updated version, I at least can, handle it until I'm able to jump to the new version. So that's why. That's my tip. My tip for Android, it just breaks down too fast.
I get it.
I'm just saying.
I get it.
Y'all start acting like it don't, because it damn do. I ain't talking about you, but I'm talking.
Oh no.
I'm talking about all these damn people that hype up Android so damn much.
I mean, I've never really
stop hating on iPhone.
I never really I don't get an iPhone because I'm just not kicking out that money for that right now. I'm just not going to. I ain't going to lie. I'm not kicking out no 6, 7, or better, up to $1,000 for a phone. And I know they do. To each his own. You, girl, child, if you had that, can you buy me one? Okay, I will take.
You got bread like that?
I will. Right. That's hey. Yeah. If they got it, hey, much respect to you.
I was saying they need to go and break you off a phone. Then
that's what I'm saying. If they got that one, because I want the one. If you're gonna get me one, I want the most updated one. I don't want the iPhone 6. And I want that 8, 9, whichever one that is.
Yeah,
I think that's
I think it's the X that's coming out.
It's the X. They got an X.
It's the X. That's
I want the X, the most updated X. If y'all got guap like that. But anywho, I want to give I want to give Freddie figures. I might seriously.
I'm gonna think about it.
I want to support. I probably will. I mean, I already have. Yeah, but anywho.
Yeah, I might have to think about that one. You're right.
That was really awesome. 4 awesome
stories, man.
Stories, like awesome. Jahmal Cole from Chicago, a youth mentor. Man. Zora Ball from Philly with her app.
Video game
development. Right. Kiki Ayers with her PR firm. Right. And Freddie Figures with his technology as far as phones. So I mean, what? Y'all better stop playing and acting and get up off yourselves and really do something with y'all lives. If y'all not doing it, y'all need to get up.
Get off your ass.
Get up and start doing something with yourselves and stop making all the excuses in the world.
Because I'm telling you, 2019, I'm not making no excuses. I already started now. Little by little, I'm just not gonna make any excuses.
And that's a start. When you're doing, even if it's small steps, you're doing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Small steps, you're doing
it. With Facebook, now, I mean, I probably did mention it. Yes, I did. But I said I was gonna get off Facebook. Did I not get off Facebook?
Sure did.
And I said I'm gonna get off Instagram. I'm gonna get off social media altogether, and it's gonna happen. I'm just not saying anything. And honestly, I feel good. I'm not like, oh my God, I feel lost on my Facebook and Instagram. No, I don't feel like it. Like some people, they feel like they died. For real.
They're about to go into a cardiac arrest.
Oh, wait. I almost fell out of the chair. That's true. Oh my God. I go, what am I missing? Damn, man. That's how you know you need to take a break from Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, and all these Twitter.
We haven't done Snapchat.
But social media in general.
But social media in general, even if you don't deactivate it, why don't you make a
step away?
Make a commitment and step away from it. Give it a break. Okay, just give it a break. Stop worrying about what other people think. If they're going to be like, oh, why you ain't on there, child? I need to be on there. Okay, well, child, let y'all be on there. While you take a break, okay? Set whatever time that you need to take that little break. and do what you need to do for you. Because let's be real with ourselves. We get caught up. We get consumed with being on every day, just seeing what's what. We got to see what's what. We got to see
what we got to do.
Taking our focus and mind off of what we really need to do. So if you don't deactivate, okay, but take a little break and start getting you together. You will feel healthier. It will feel so
healthier.
It will make you feel so much better.
It does.
I love it.
People be surprised at how they would feel if they just step away from a lot of things that's distracting them in general. You'd be surprised. And I honestly will say I am kind of surprised that I'm actually not about to have a heart attack.
Like having an internet addiction.
Right.
That's what it is. Having a drawback off of that.
Right. And I'm not honestly not having a drawback. I'm honestly not. I would have said something by now, but just in general, I'm working on myself altogether, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually. There's a lot of things in my life that I'm working on now. And that's why I'm taking steps back from everything. Another reason why I took a step back from Facebook, too, is because I see a lot of nonsense on there. And then number 3, if I have a page on there and you're not engaging, why do I need to even involve myself on Facebook if there's going to be no interaction or you're not reacting to things that I post? But if I was like everybody else, I get all the likes in the world. And then number 4 is like a popularity contest on Facebook, I noticed. Because I can post something and I get less reaction, but the person a popular person or a person who's known or what the hell ever, whatever you want to call it, posts the same thing. I'm like, ain't this some shit?
They get feedback, all the likes. It's very much popularity.
It is. And then a lot of people too, like when you speak in your mind too much too, or when you tell the truth, or when you talk about real things, people tend not to react to those things either.
People have unfriended me.
I think I rubbed people. I'm gonna be honest and say that I think I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I can openly admit this to y'all. I think I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
I know I have. I've had people that have definitely unfriended me, and I'm sure that those that have unfriended me would have never thought, oh my God, like Aisha or Jade, did she really? Oh my God, did she speak about those things? Yes.
And unfriended you.
And unfriended me or blocked me, and I'm totally okay. That is my relief too. That is my relief. So I'm good that you did that. You just
confirmed that you don't even
confirmed that I didn't. As well as people that, like I've said before, it's people that I went to school with, grew up with. They found out things about me, and they have, or a lifestyle, or how I speak, or what I speak on. That's what I should say, what I speak on. And they just like, oh, what? So I'm okay with it. Because guess what? You are not the universe. You are not the creator in his universe. Okay? We mean nothing to each other. Not anymore.
You're just on here to be on it.
You know? So I'm okay with that. And it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good that the people that I thought I was cool with or decent with, that you just not. Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay because I wake up. I wake up every day, and I'm your whole rank kill. I breathe life is breathed into my body. Like the universe has my back, seriously. And I tell Uno the same thing. Like people they're focusing a lot of times on the wrong thing. Focus on you getting yourself together. When you wake up, you should give thanks and appreciation and blessings for every day you open your eyes. Smallest thing is saying thank you to whomever, or thank you for my eyes opening, me breathing, me having life, me whatever. Just those small things. Just waking up before your feet hits the ground. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Being appreciative and humble and blessed for those things. But people they go to sleep with the drama. They wake up with the drama.
I'm just not with all that. And I'll just say this. For those people who have interacted on my page, which is very few. That's cool. You know, I mean, if you resonated with that, and those are people that can understand you some kind of way and relate to what you're saying, then that's all you need, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hell with the rest of them. I mean, those them people ain't important. I mean, like you said, y'all had no kind of fucking relationship, so it's like, who cares? Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, they, you know, like you said, people entertain drama stuff. That's what you want to keep doing. You go ahead, you know. But I will say, I'm not going to change who I am. So either you can accept who I am, or you're not going to accept me who I am. Either way, I don't give a damn. So you really wasn't rocking me like that, no way. In all honesty, really, you know. I mean, you know, I noticed change. When I first got on Facebook, I noticed a change in my from year to year, my Facebook reactions and people who've been in my life and out of my life, people associated in my life and not in it. Yeah, I definitely see a difference. Like, I compare a lot of stuff. Like, I compare posts from 2016, like, damn. Because the stuff I was talking about was totally different from what I'm talking about now. Like, damn. You know, all these reactions from all this shit, but as soon as I became a better person, I noticed it's not the same how it used to be. Like, the engagement is not the same.
Well, again, whenever there's drama, like whenever you have drama, people, I'm not going to say all, but enough people feed off of drama. And when, especially like,
not just drama,
but like, I'm just using, for example,
yeah, that's true.
That especially if you're going, and especially if you have a breakup or a bad relationship, a lot of people feed off of that. They just talk about
sex.
that.
Like, talk about
sex, anything.
Always talking about something funny. Not there's nothing wrong with talking about funny stuff. You want to laugh. Because I do post funny stuff too. But you're right. But then all those things that don't really have any meaning to it.
When you change your life, when you change your mindset, when you get more in tune consciously,
and standing on your square,
and
what you believe in,
and your spirituality, when you work on your spirituality and just becoming an overall better person, people like, oh hell no, she not talking that
other shit that
drama to. Gangster ghetto trap shit no more. Like, she's speaking here, she is speaking real
with some intelligence and very conscious of what she's saying or what he's saying.
Right.
Whoever speaks,
they speak. They don't. A lot of people don't go for that. They back up.
That's true.
And sometimes people have.
It could be overwhelming for them.
Right. And also people have a perception. They have this
of people. That's true.
People,
even me or you,
right?
You have the perception of us, and then we step outside of that perception that they used to. Right. Yeah, they tend to back off.
Yes, and so it's okay. I've learned that everybody that has come into my life has come into it for a reason. Be it now, I'm realizing that everybody that has came in, whether it was on the long term or short term, it's just been a life lesson, and I'm appreciative of it because it's helping me grow, and I'm learning that it has helped me grow instead of me always be so bitter and angry all the time. It has changed my mindset to focus more on what my passion is or my goal is in life, and to be more conscious and observant of surroundings, because I see through people, and if you a Pisces, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just not words. I see. You have no idea.
I want to add this since you're saying that. Now, even when I have my Facebook open, I think another contribution could be, when you're seeing through people. So, like, I remember, like, when we first started, dealing with each other and really building our relationship. Like, if I'm posting something and people comment, I notice you would chime in somewhere and say something that you already feeling and know that's their intention, I think that's another reason why people backed away too. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's probably another factor.
And I don't claim to have no gifts or anything like that.
Is your intuition.
But I'm a true March beginners Pisces. I see things before it come, and that's just that. I'm just not saying that to be saying it because it shows me every time. I see things before it happens, and then when it happens, it's almost a little scary. And
that could be,
but it happens.
That'd be kind of scary, or
I call people. I call people out for what it is, and I'm not really meaning no harm, but I call people out for what it is, and maybe that's just ancestors before me speaking through me or whatever. But what I took back when, I'm not taking now. Nope.
Yeah, definitely noticed that.
Yeah.
Through the few years on my page, I noticed that. Because I noticed people, again, I saw the change in people. I'm saying as far as reacting and engaging, stepped away.
Stepped away from me too.
Yeah.
Even on my page.
Like I noticed that.
A lot of blocks, a lot of deletes, a lot of can't be bothered with her no more. No more of that. Let me inbox her to really say, nope, I don't need none of that.
Right.
So it's good.
I don't get the inboxes no more.
Yeah, I
congratulations for intervening with that.
It's very rare now that I get it. It's it's very, very rare that I get it, but I'm glad. Again,
I'm glad it happened.
It's a learned lesson.
Show me who people really is.
And it's funny. And it's funny because I used to call Uno my best friend. And Uno used to be like, "What is she talking about?"
No, y'all really want to know what I said? What the fuck is she talking about? I said she weird as hell. Was she a psycho, or crazy person? What's going on with her?
And all of the people that she thought was good for her wasn't.
But she already put it out there before I even saw it. That's the thing. And boy, was she right. I'm like, damn. It's the same thing with people now. Like I said, during the years we've built our relationship. Like, again, when I used to be on Facebook really active and, being in socially active and engaging with people and stuff, like there was things you would say and do. I ain't gonna lie sometimes. I don't believe what the hell she talking about. I said she overreacting. It's not that serious. Then I had to look at it and then and then the person doesn't like, damn, she did say that, or she did, or like, damn, that person did that. Well, she did pull my coat to it, stuff like that. Yeah. So
it happens. It happens.
She be looking out for me.
That's it.
But do you think everybody's out to get me though, Jamie?
No, absolutely not.
Because every person that you point out basically been out to get me. So you can't say that for everybody.
No, I'm not gonna say it for everybody.
But I mean, I know you mean good because you had a little doubt for me. Yeah. You have. But I was just asking that.
But yeah, we went on a tangent.
I'm sorry, y'all.
But people, make sure you create your passion and your purpose.
Please.
Know your passion and your purpose.
Don't worry about what nobody else says.
Follow it.
Right. Follow it.
Follow it.
Don't worry about what nobody else says or thinks. Just do you, be on your journey because it's your destiny. Okay?
Don't worry about what people say, whether it's friends or families or whomever. Follow it. If it's your passion, your goal, your mission, just go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Have to. You'll never know unless you try.
Do it now, regret it later.
Absolutely.
That pretty much sums that up.
Yeah.
Do it now or regret it later.
Enjoy your evening or wherever you are globally. Have a better tomorrow on purpose. Be awesome on purpose. And always remember self-care.
Self-care is first, always. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out.
Light and love, peace and blessings, everybody.